Yes, live peeps, live peeps. How are we? Tuesday. Oh, we got people in the chat already. We got Troll Network. Big up every time. Want to make sure that this is right and I don't have the flipping voice duplicating. Give me a sec there. Give me 2 secs. We big up the Troll Network. No, we're good. We are good. Okay, let's get a few people into the chat. And then we are good to go. So give me 2 secs. Sorry, peeps. Just want to fix 1 or 2 things here. And then we'd be good to go. Okay, we got some people in the chat. So, we talking about boxing. I see Big Dan. I see loads in here. Ben versus Formella confirmed. I seen Dale's video, Dan. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting Chris Jenkins, but man, Formella's a good fighter, man. He fought Porter last. I think he lost literally every round on the scorecards, but never came close to getting hurt. I mean, Porter and Ben, they're leagues apart in terms of where they are in their careers. You know, Porter is a light middleweight / middleweight. Ben's really a light welterweight. Man, I'm thinking this Sebastian Formella, he's not a bad fighter. Like, yeah, he was beaten by Sean Porter fairly conclusively, but that's a world level welterweight still. So I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, shit, this could be, man, this is a big step up for Conor Ben. I actually want to check Paddy and see if they have the actual odds on that before I get to the chat, because I haven't even, I know it's only just been announced, so I doubt they have any odds on that. But lads in this chat, we got to have a look at the odds on this fight. Seriously, we got to have a look at the odds on this fight if and when it comes up, because there is some serious money to be made on Formella, definitely against Ben. Man, I know Ben. I know it's been a few years since he had that 6-round war with the flipping French guy Payneau, but I don't think he's improved that much in the immediate years. In the immediate 3 years. So I want to just see, is there odds on that fight? Come on, let's see. No shit, they don't have odds on that yet. Be definitely interested to see what the odds be like, Big Dan. Be definitely interested to see. Got Mark, hashtag G-Man's Rocks, as always, bro, as always. I'll even put that in the chat, just so the people know. Where the fuck is the hashtag? There we go. I'll even put that in the chat. There we go, hashtag G-Man's Rocks. I'll even put that in the chat. But peeps, this is going to be a good fight. You got Formella winning. Man, Chris Jenkins would have been, when they were talking about Chris Jenkins for Conor Ben, I was thinking in my head, shit, that's going to be a tough fight. This is even better. This is like this is an even better opponent. So I'm thinking, damn, this is going to be tough going for Ben. I want to see what the odds will be. Because if the odds are good and they're good on Formella, I'm sticking money on him. We got Jezza. Hello. He's back. It's been a while. Yeah, we got visuals. As always, shout out. You felt the G-Man stream coming tonight, man. Yeah. I was thinking about it all day. I was like, fuck it, we'll do a G-Man stream. And I am. I hope if you're working, I hope I'm getting you through the evening shift, man. I hope I am. Big up to you every time. Every single time. But yeah, Sebastian Formella, I mean, damn. Like, look at this guy's resume. Like, I mean, yeah, he's German welterweight. It's not many of them, 33 years old. But, you know, coming off the back of a loss to Sean Porter for the vacant WBC silver title. Sean Porter's last fight prior to that was against Errol Spence, and he lost a split decision. It was probably one of the fights of the year last year. Nothing for my money is going to top Inoue and Donaire, but that was still a good fight, you know? Good fighter. Not a particularly big puncher, it has to be said, but he's a decent name. This would be his 3rd fight this year, believe it or not, because he fought in January, fought again in August against Porter. So he's going to be a bit active. And Jesus Christ, I mean, 3 fights in 2020. I mean, that's a rarity. Jesus, that's not happening. That's not been happening for many this year. Hey, Troll Network. Peeps, I want to big up the Troll Network because he done, and I saw Mark, you bigged it up as well. He done a kind of documentary kind of on Vladimir Klitschko, a bit like a career review. And I got to big him up for it because it was one of the best reviews I've seen. I think it was like an hour and a half. I think you only have like 300 views on that. You need more than that because that was some fantastic work. So what I'll actually do is, if you give me 2 secs, I'll even try and pop a link to it in the chat if anyone wants to go back and watch it, because I got to big you up for that, man. That was good going. That was seriously good going with that expose/documentary on Klitschko. Man, I liked it. I liked it. So wait till I get your channel up, and yeah, I have to definitely have it muted because I don't want to get any. I don't want to be playing someone else's stuff. No offense, in my stream, because you can have issues with that. Troll network. There we are. I'm just gonna slap this in the chat for anyone who wants to go back and watch it after this. You're more than welcome. 250 views deserves a hell of a lot more than that, man. Deserves a hell of a lot more than that. There we go. Anyone wants to go and see that? There you go. That's in the chat there. So what was it saying? John Wayne. Oh, man. Aha. We'll answer that. Oh, man. Oh, man. No comment. No comment. Fucking hell. No comment on that. Were you impressed with Gorman's UD win? A win's a win. It was a stinker. It was a stinker of a fight. I'll tell you that. It really was. It was a stinker. I wish I'd read that last comment before I brought it up on screen. I just glanced at it before I put it up. No offense, but I would have ignored that if I'd known what it said. Fucking hell, man. I'd say Mark is fucking pissing himself laughing now. But yeah, look, a win's a win, man. He got the UD. He lost. He had to lose weight going into that fight, though. So, you know, not exactly good going. It has to be said. Like, he was at like 322 or something like that. So he came down a hell of a lot of weight before that fight. But look, a win's a win. But he needs to have a look at things. He needs to get his act together. Try not to swear, right? He needs to get his act together, because this is a guy, and there's something. He obviously had a bust up at Ricky Hatton, because I don't for a second buy this, right? He's back in his amateur gym with his amateur coach, right? And he's saying that, well, the reason he moved back to his amateur gym, right, is purely because he said it's like 8 miles away from his front door rather than having to go to Ricky Hatton. That's no reason to go back to an amateur gym. Sure, his coach couldn't even be in the corner because he doesn't even have a pro license. So, no, man, something up there with him and Ricky Hatton. And look, he went through a bit of a rough patch. So, like, you know, he's on the comeback trail. So you can't begrudge him that. But he needs to sort the weight. He needs to sort the weight out. Definitely. You know, a 240-pound Nathan Gorman is quite useful. Me, G-Man, me, Dale, and me, you, and Dale, basically, I was the same thing. The odds would be interesting. Hell yeah, man, the odds are going to be interesting on that fight. Hell yeah. I'm dying to see what the odds are going to be on that fight. I'll be putting some money down on Formella. Definitely. I'm getting his name wrong already, but I'll be putting some money down on him because I think he's causing an upset. I've never been the longest time I've watched Conor Benn, I've always been like, never impressed me. He's from his debut, he was at welterweight, and he was even saying he was lifting weights to get up to welterweight. I remember that back then. He was saying, yeah, I'm hitting a lot of extra weights now. I'm doing this, that, and the other. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, move down in weight, man. That's what most guys are trying to do. They're trying to move down in weight. You're trying to move up in weight. He'd be quite useful at 140, I think. Troll Network again. Hashtag G-Man's Rocks. Big up every single time. Oh, man. Oh, man. Yeah, he was severely overweight. I think he was in the 320s before he went into camp. Inui the Nair was fought at a higher skill level, in your opinion? It was fought at a higher skill level. It was. I mean, that was. I didn't expect that. You know, that's the way. Like, that was one fight where I thought that Daenerys would see the bell, but I've always known Daenerys, even in his prime, never had a great defense. You know, I knew he could punch, and I knew he'd be the hardest puncher that Inui would be in there with, but I just didn't see that fight going like that. And damn, holy shit, that fight was good. That was fighty. Oh, man. There was more, like, I know Daenerys was down, but Inui, man, he showed cojones of steel in there, man. He took some serious shots from Denair. And Denair is a big punter at bantamweight. Big Dan, shout out to him. Very excited for Loma Lopez. For some reason, I wasn't getting the big fight excitement for it, but now I'm starting to get it. I don't really get the big fight excitement anymore, Dan. Do you know that? It's been a while. It's been a while since, you know, I've said, actually, I tell a lie, right? I got big fight excitement for Dylan White Povetkin for some reason. Just because I could kind of feel an upset was coming, and because it was the first big fight we'd seen since Wilder Fury. So I kind of got hyped for that because I'd had such a hiatus from boxing. And I'm still seeing that John Wayne comment in my feed. I'm moving that down. Like, fuck me. I'm surprised you still remember that I said that in those videos, like that I had a friend moving to the airport. Jesus Christ, I'm surprised you still remember that. That was back in February. Long time subscriber, shout out. But yeah. Where was I? Yeah, that was the last big fight I got excited for. I don't tend to get excited for big fights because I'm just so used to watching them. But this one I am excited for. I'm looking forward to this fight, man. I'm staying up for this. Well, I'm setting my alarm for it. I'm not staying up for it. I'm setting my alarm for it, waking up, and then I'll cover it straight after. So you'll see G-Man in his chair. Because I'm in the chair always now. Gorman was severely overweight. I think I already read that comment. We got Chess Collins. How are you? Big up, shout out. And of course, Troll Network, big up every time. You know, you only got 250s on that. We'll get more than that on it. You need more than that on it. You need more than that on it every single time. Mate, just to shout out that you're really enjoying. Ah, man, seriously, shout out. I'm glad you're enjoying it. You're really enjoying the channel content, really helping the commute, the morning routine. Bro, big up. Always the comments like that, man. I love seeing. You know, love seeing comments like that. You know, yeah, man. Getting people through. Oh, by the way, actually, I forgot to ask. Did anyone hear your boy on TalkSport yesterday at 3:30? They had me on talking boxing. They introduced me as the broadcaster and journalist. That was so out of the blue. It was crazy. I literally got a text from Ade at about 2:45 saying, do I want to come on TalkSport as a journalist, basically, for about a 10 minutes, like, part. And I was like, and I was working from home. Thank God I was working from home. I was like, what? I was like, hell yeah, obviously. So I was so nervous, not because I was on TalkSport, because we done it through Skype, and I used my phone with my phone's like just a set of headphones plugged in, and I was bricking it, like literally bricking it, that like Skype wouldn't work properly or the headset wouldn't sound right, and I was like, shit, man. I was like, shit, I hope to God this works. But it worked out fine. It worked out fine. Yeah. Your boy was on TalkSport. Your boy was on TalkSport. Big up, Intangible every single time. Shout out to him. Shout out to these guys, man. Intangible's got a channel as well. Like Dan, like Troll Network, like Mark Unrivaled. You know, shout out to these guys. These all have channels. Mark has a bigger channel than me, to be fair, but these are other guys. They have smaller channels. Go and give these guys a look, man. They put up good content. I like what you're doing, Dan. You're getting the post fights out there early as well. That's what you do. That's how you grow, man. Then you can kind of swap it up. Fury versus Caballero discussion for, oh, thank God, it's not Lucas Brown. When I saw Mark's video yesterday, I was like, no. I was like, no, can't be. Then I see the flipping tweet. I see the IFL interview. And I mean, I was like, damn. I was like, what the fuck? You can't put Lucas Brown in there. Even for a non-title fight, you can't put him in there with Tyson Fury. Sure, you get steamrolled. He lost to Dave Allen 7.0, right? 7.0 Dave Allen he lost to. So he's obviously going to lose to a fighting, healthy, flipping Tyson Fury, and he'll lose to him quite quickly. Jesus Christ. I'm glad that fight's not. I don't want to see that. For the love of God, any fight but that. I'd rather see a stinker. And that could be a stinker, Caballero, because he's very defensive. But I'd rather see him fight someone who's competent than fucking fight Lucas Brown. And Lucas Brown cuts as well, like, so that fight would be over relatively quickly. Unrivaled. John, that comment was, yeah, wasn't fucking funny. And for those, she doesn't work in the airport anymore. She's back working with me now, so just to give you the heads up on that. Jesus Christ. Yes, actually, Simon, that's actually a good question. Someone like Nathan Gorman fighting Lucas Brown next. That would be more reasonable for Nathan Gorman on the comeback trail, or Marius Vac. You get fired up, Marius Vac, yeah. That would be more, I'd be okay with that, as opposed to Tyson Fury fighting him. You know, if Gorman wants to fight Brown, so be it, he'll win that fight. But I'd rather that than flipping Tyson Fury fight him. Yes, I'd rather that a hell of a lot. Do my impression of Dwyer's intro again. Oh, geez, I remember that. Hey, it's The Wire, gamblersadvisory.com. Remember, the opinion you should follow should be your own. Just consider it a guy from I forget how he goes the rest of it, but yeah, it's The Wire, gamblersadvisory.com. Do it, Dale. Yo, what is up, guys? Del Boy here, aka Blue Collar Sports TV. So, he's back in the news. Jabba the Hutt, aka 78 IQ, aka 78 Sports TV. G-Man got the impressions going. Tony, big up, G-Man. Hope you're well. Yeah, man, I'm always good these days. As you can tell, I'm always good. I'm just in from the gym. And I actually got some good news yesterday. Well, not good news, but I get to work from home for the next 2 weeks. Because in our job, we rotate days in the office. And for some reason, because my days have now swapped, you're not allowed back in for like 2 weeks. You have to not quarantine from society, but you have to quarantine from the office, which makes no sense to me. Purely because you're literally going to be outside anyway. But hey, it is what it is. She Collins. Shout out for the super chat. Appreciate that, man. Thank you so much, man. Supporting the channel. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it every time. Good stuff, G. You think Shakur Stevenson moved up to avoid Navarrete? I think Andre Ward said it's the wrong style. Oh, yeah, man. Navarrete he is dangerous. But Shakur Stevens, I genuinely think he probably did outgrow the weight, to be honest with you. Seriously, because he's only what, 21, if even 21, 22. So he's going to fill out naturally, man. It's like most of these guys, especially at the kind of lower weights. But when they're that young and they're turning pro, they tend to fill out fairly quick. So I'd say I'd love to see that fight, because I could see the styles just clashing. Because you Shakur Stevens, he's still not got his man strength. You know, he's hitting a little bit harder, but he's still not got his man strength. And you have Navarrete, who was the polar opposite, who was going to ragdoll him. And he's big, like he's a big puncher. I love Navarrete. Absolutely love watching him fight. You know, when I watched him fight Dog Bay the first time, he was plucked from obscurity, really. He had one loss. And if you go and look at his box rec, that was in kind of a prize fighter style tournament. And it was a 4-rounder. And that was a flyweight, and he lost that fight. And just goes to show, you come up through the weights fairly quick for some of these guys. Fairly quick. Jezza asked, do I work at an airport? Hell no. My mom does. My mom works in the Dublin airport, but I sure as shit don't. Hell no. Jesus, no, man. I work in an office, man. God, no. Work for a company called Easton's. They're a bookstore. I work in their online end. You know? But yeah, hell no. Jesus, no. I wouldn't work in it. I couldn't do it, man. I've done like early morning shifts and stuff like that. Couldn't do it. Could not do it. Do you agree with Ade that Fury Joshua should be delayed until the crowds as possible, or would you prefer to see it happen regardless? Like, yes and no, right? Like, yeah, I would prefer to see it happen regardless. I want to see that fight happen. But the fighters, the gate, the money that fight would generate from a gate in the UK or abroad, it's just too much. Like that, if you talk about Wembley Stadium, that is selling out, no questions asked, no problem. Easily sell out. So there's no way they do that fight without fans. I'd like to see it either way, whether it's got no fans or whether it has fans. I'd love to see the fight, but I just can't see it. Like the promoters won't want this without fans. The fighters won't want it without fans. The networks won't want it without fans, because everyone needs to eat, and they know that gate is going to be absolutely massive. So I just can't see it happening without fans. Like, I'd watch it either way. If they done it in Albert Hall with no fans, I'd watch it. I'd be happy. But they're going to do it. They want fans in. Definitely. Big Dan Carrell with, let's see, opinion on, oh yeah, I already answered that. Cabayel. That could be a snooze fest, mate. Seriously. That could be a flipping snooze fight. G-Man, as soon as the fight ends, you leg it into my living room, record a quick video to make sure you're the first one. That's what I used to do, man. I used to literally just, when it was the morning fights, like really early in the morning, I'd be just sitting there flipping iPhone in hand, watching that fight, and then that was what I done for the Fury Wilder fight. Well, actually, I watched that fight live. I legged it into my living room, and I was like, right, hit record. There we go. Video up. Happy days. Happy flipping days. But that was when I was just doing audio, Dan. So it's a little bit trickier now. I'm gonna have to get the standing already because I don't like doing the audios, man. I'm sick of them. I'm not sick of them, but I prefer the kind of. I like the chair, the gray chair. Addy has the green chair. I got the gray chair. It's an ugly chair, but fuck it, it's comfy. So I'll sit in it. I'll sit in that gray chair. Lucas Brown is on. Yeah, he is intangible. He is. It's fucking Lucas Brown, because they can market him as a former world. That's what they did for Dave Allen, right? They're marketing him as a former world champion. That's the best way they do it. They look at Dave Allen when they were getting that fight ready. It was like, well, I'm fighting a former world heavyweight champion, a WBA regular champion. I mean, like, really? No. Yeah, I'm fighting a former world champion. That's flipping brilliant. A WBA regular champion, and he got stripped of it, 2 weeks later? Even though I don't think that drug test was, exactly spot on. But yeah, opinion from a complete stranger online. Dwyer, big up to Richard Dwyer every time. Big up to Richard Dwyer every time. And I use Dwyer for his gambling videos. Like, if he picks someone to win, I by default will go against that. Because Jesus, he has picked some howlers. I think he'd Washington to beat Wilder. I know when Pulev was meant to fight AJ back in 2017, he was heavily favouring Pulev. The only time I ever agreed with him was when he said Klitschko would beat Joshua, because I picked Klitschko to beat Joshua. Even though I wasn't making videos, I was like, yeah, Joshua's getting bet. But damn, anytime I see Dwyer and he does a prediction video, I listen. I'm like, right, that's who you're picking. Okay, Grant, I'll go the other way. I'll go the exact opposite way as Richard Dwyer. Ain't going anywhere near it. 23. Oh yeah, that's Stevenson. Yeah, he was only young, because he was only like 18, 19 when he lost in the Olympics. So yeah, I don't know, man. I'd say him versus Navarrete would be, yeah, I can't see that ending well. I'd pick Navarrete. I would. I'd pick Navarrete to win that fight. It's too big, too strong, too physical. Hits too hard as well. I think he'd ragdoll the poor kid. Navarrete's not even old himself. I think he's only about 25 his own self. Oh, look what we got. Shout out Richard Michaels. What's up, G-Man? Hashtag G-Man's Rocks. There you go. Yeah, G-Man's Rocks trending in this. You gotta love it when that comes up. I was gonna say something else, but you gotta love it when that comes up. Let's whack the old camera on for a change. I'm in my sitting room. Thank fuck for that. Because I was doing the last one I done was on Sunday, right? I'm sorry, people. Last one that was on Sunday, right? I was in my goddamn bedroom. I was fucking a pain, because that's like, it's comfy, but it's not comfy when you're recording stuff. But where we got this here? Where is Wilder? I don't even want to know, because I've seen some of the things he's been posting. When he has posted, damn, doing those twerks and shit like that, man. The guy is not. He ain't there in the head, man. That Wilder guy, he's an odd character, that lad. He really is. He flipping really is. But what is he going to do next? Look, if he's not fighting Fury, he may as well get back in there. Stick him in there with Hellenius. Stick him in there with Hellenius, or stick him in there with Kalnaki. Someone that he's going to beat. And look, if he wants a win over a top 20, would you still put Kalnaki in the top 20? Put him in there with Kalnaki if he wants a rehab fight. He'll knock him out, no problem, because that guy has no defense. No defense. He's tailor-made for Wilder. So get his confidence back up a bit. Get his confidence back up. Put him in there with Kalnaki. What else we got here? Being a world champion doesn't mean you're any good. Charles Martin Glasgow. Exactly. Martin Glasgow. That's a perfect example. Although Martin's got better since then. To be fair to him, he's improved a bit. But yeah, when he fought Glasgow, I remember that fight. Glasgow was winning that fight. Martin was just being a bit awkward, and yeah, man. He popped his knee. He's not fought since then, actually. So that knee injury must have been way worse than it was. Must have been way worse, that knee injury. But that's it. Like Charles Martin beats Glasgow by injury, and then what happens? He goes and gets floor flattened by AJ next fight. Next fight. What does Dan say? I saw it. NHS have a oh man. Yeah. What can you do? What can you do? I have an exemption though. I'm not a pussy. That's my exemption. I'm sticking with it. And no one's ever said anything to me. I've gone around shopping centres, gone into stores, restaurants, and nothing's been said. So let's keep it like that. Let's keep it like that. You want to hear? Oh yeah, Richard Dwyer pick Aoka. Yeah, it'd be good. I'm dying to hear. Would Richard Dwyer even predict that fight? God only knows. But I'm dying to hear. I love Dwyer's predictions. He's just so fun to watch. You know, the way he talks, the way everything goes. But then when he does his predictions, it's just like, right, what are you picking? Are you picking him? All right, Grant, I'll go the other way. Because he just, I don't know where he gets these ideas from. Like when he said Washington would beat Wilder, I was like, what? Washington is like he's like this decade's Jameel McCline, if you remember him. A big, athletic guy who just didn't really have anything to trouble anyone. That's what Washington's like. He's like Jameel McCline. That's the best way to describe him. This decade's Jameel McCline. Have I seen Top Rank's Blood, Sweat, and Tears video? No, but I'll go and watch it straight up after this. God only knows, man, with Top Rank, what they're going to fucking say. Whose song do you prefer, Tyson Fury's or McGregor's? Haven't heard either of them, man. Haven't heard either of them. I prefer Tyson Fury as a person more than McGregor, though. I mean, I've never been keen on the guy particularly. Never been keen on the guy particularly. It's always felt like McGregor was a bit of a we all know, you know what. But yeah, no, I've always felt that yeah, never liked them. Never liked them. I'm just bigging up that John Wayne guy again. I still can't believe. If he's still in the chat, I can't believe you made that comment. I just slapped that in the chat for you there. Still can't fucking believe that you made that comment. I am going back to it, but fuck me. Jesus Christ, that was the last thing I was expecting this live stream. Oh, what we got in here? All right, man, how are things today? Hashtag G-Man's Rocks. There you go, man. Trend that G-Man's Rocks. I give up to that John Wayne guy. Good comment. I have to big him up again. Fuck, that comment was funny. I wasn't, man. It shows you've been listening to the videos for a while, but I was looking back there in the chat and I was like, fuck me. I can't believe you put that comment in there. Seriously. What I want to talk about as well, right? I was looking at some of the cards. Actually, I'll bring the camera off because I'm not on the chat anymore. I was looking at some of the cards we have up and coming. And I was looking through. By the way, for those who don't know, guess who Garcia is making his heavyweight debut against? He's not making it against Kevin Johnson. Garcia, moving up from cruiserweight, he's now fighting fucking Sefa Safiri. So he's fighting his heavyweight debut. He's fighting a cruiserweight because that's what's listed here on BoxRec now. So going through recent events. He's making his debut on the 31st of October in Russia. His heavyweight debut. It's for a WBA international heavyweight title. He's fighting fucking Sefa Safiri, the second best cruiserweight in Albania, as his heavyweight debut. That is flipping bullshit. Even Kevin Johnson is a better opponent than that. So fuck, man. Garcia, he ain't doing himself any favors. Looking at this Usyk card, Usyk Chisora, Tommy McCarthy versus Balia Lagoni is how you pronounce the guy's name for the EBU cruiserweight title, a Belgian guy. Who's his only lost to? Split decision over Dog Moon or Mia. All right. Beating absolutely nobody's. So he's fighting McCarthy. McCarthy ain't that good. For those who don't know, McCarthy ain't no great shakes. So that's on the Usyk Chisora bill. And then we've Lee Selby versus George Cambarosso. Actually, I wouldn't mind seeing the odds on that, see who's the favorite, because I think Lee Selby's going to get battered in that fight. Because I've never rated the guy, especially not at, even at featherweight, I didn't rate the guy, but at lightweight, let's see. Let's actually get some bets. Let's just see some of the odds on some of these fights, actually. I'll bring the screen share in now in a sec, lads, and we'll have a look at some of the odds. Because I do like me some bets. I do like me some talking through some bets. Let's have a look, see. Right. Oh, here we go. Let's have it here. Let's bring this in, lads. Grand. How is that? Going to get full. So let's see. Let's look at some of these odds we're getting, right? Fury's next opponent. 4-1. 4-1 FA Jack, but 4-1 Caballel. Fuck. Look what we get. Damn, lads. Like, seriously, lads, it's fairly likely that we're going to get either Caballel, potentially, or Oscar Rivas. 20 quid down on Caballel to be Fury's next opponent. 80 quid return. What's Rivas? Jesus, he is the firm favourite. Jesus. FA Jag before the one. He ain't going to fight him. 20-1 Dave Allen. And show more, actually. He's asking me to show more. Let's see what else we got here. Who else do we have? All right, now we're really reaching. 25-1 for Hunter. 50-1. 25-1 Hunter is Fury's next opponent. I mean, seriously, Caballel, I reckon they'll probably get in. It'd be a bit of a stinker, but 20 quid on him for 80 quid. That ain't bad going, lads. Seriously, ain't bad going at all. Let's see who we have for the weekend. I wonder, oh yeah, Hammer. Wonder what odds we're getting on him to win. Okay, not great, to be fair. Not great odds on Christian Hammer to win at all. I'm putting, all right, if I was doing an accumulator, lads, right? I say we're doing a betting accumulator. I'm not actually going to do it. But you are going to want to put, I'll put Jack Caballel. I will be putting Lewis Ritson on points. I'm just not going to click into it, but Lewis Ritson on points. Where do we have? We going for Christian Hammer, George Cambarosso, Alexander Usyk, probably on points. I'd stick him on points. We're going Naoya Inoue, stoppage, definitely over Jason Maloney. Definitely Tank Davis over Leo. Stoppage, mid-rounds, definitely. Mid-rounds. Between rounds 1 and 6, I reckon. Slap some money on Rachel Ball, because I think she's beating the maths teacher. Katie Taylor, 25 to... Oh, fuck's sake. Yeah, she's fighting a no-hoper. Crawford thing will leave that. And then slap a bit more money on Povetkin. Yeah, slap some money on Povetkin. And then Dubois on points. That's a decent little accumulator. All right? And if you win, happy days. If not, well, you'll know better. But there are a few of my little tips. So if you're looking for it, that's what I'd be going for. 100%. I'd be going for that. I'd definitely be going for that. What do you say? Yeah, mate. Blood, Sweat and Tears video, Top Rank, putting effort into this promotion. Of course they are, man. Of course they're putting effort into this promotion. They're desperate. They are reaching. It's a good fight, though. Like, let's not beat around the bush. It is a decent fight. I'm looking forward to it. The Welsh dude hasn't had an entertaining fight in his life. The Warrington fight wasn't bad, to be fair, but Jesus, that could have been... I mean, they tried to rob Josh Warrington in his own home. One judge scored that fight to Lee Selby. I gave him 1 round. 1 round, the entire fight is all I gave to Lee Selby. Literally. Gave him 1 round. 1 round that entire fight. And one judge had a, 115, 113 for Lee Selby? That was bullshit. Fucking bullshit. I don't know who the hell was scoring that. I think Fury's next fight, yeah, Caballel or Rivas. I'd rather Rivas because it's more entertaining fight, to be honest with you, than Ajay Caballel. But I reckon they'll take Caballel. I mean, 4-1 odds for Caballel, man. Stick some money on that. You know, G-Man sent you. That's not bad odds, like, you know. 4-1 odds, that's not bad. Oh, yeah, peeps, I forgot to ask already. If you haven't already, if you could smash the like button, as always. Big help. Big help to the channel. And he's saying as well, Ben, Formella is a good step up. Man, it's a big step up. I wasn't expecting that. You know, I was expecting Chris Jenkins, kind of British level. So he's going to, well, what would you say for me in his European level? European level, definitely. Coming off the back of a loss over Sean Porter. Yeah, he lost every minute of every round, but like he was durable. He was tough. Sean Porter's a world level welterweight. So, man, this could be a banana skin for Conor Benn, man. I'm serious. I'm serious, man. Won't be Martin. He's on PBC. Yeah, won't be Martin. Hrgovic has no chance. Jesus, no. They wouldn't put Hrgovic in there. They wouldn't risk him. Kella and necessarily, they wouldn't risk him. Hell no. And I'm right, Dan. I'd love to see that as well. Love to see Fury versus Rivas. Be a good fight. Be a very good fight. I think Fury would win, but it'd be a very good fight. Rivas is game. He's dangerous, you know? He's game. JPK World, yes, G-Man. And of course, hashtag G-Man's Rocks is trending like a motherfucker in this. It really is. Hashtag G-Man's Rocks. That's what we all want. We all get the hashtag G-Man's Rocks going. It's something else. Something else. You know, it's something else. What else do we have? Yeah, you reckon it. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking as well. So we have here. If we don't have Lemieux versus Ryder or Kelly have an SEN on Lemieux or on Povetkin 2 undercard, then you're not even considering buying it. Yeah, I'm gonna buy one, right? I'm gonna buy one card. And as it stands, we only have that. We have Conor Benn versus Formella, and we have Alan Babbage against to be confirmed. Probably Tom Little. So as it stands, that's what we have. If we get one of those two fights, I'll definitely buy it. But I'm probably going to buy it anyway because that's the one card that I'll be like, yeah, I'll buy it. I'll buy it. You know, although I don't think Lemieux will be ready. He only had a fight the weekend, so it wasn't a grueling fight. He got rid of the guy in 5 rounds, but I'd say he won't. I'd say, and even Nate, the Liam box this weekend, will he be good for? He might. He knocked the guy out in 5 rounds, and he's at super middleweight now, so he's not having to cut as much weight. Hearn didn't mention Ryder Lemieux. That's a good fight if it comes off. Yeah, Ryder would win that fight. He'd box the head off Lemieux. Seriously, he'd probably stop him. Seriously. He'd box the absolute head off Lemieux. Lemieux ain't great, man. He ain't great. Teofimo Senior is like Angel Garcia, man. He's a fucking clown. That Angel Garcia, man. I don't know. I've no time for that Angel Garcia guy. No time for him. Did you hear, Jack? But yeah, man. He said by his own admission, he is, 2 years or something like that off a world title fight? They ain't going to put a Jagba in there, man. That is correct. No. You couldn't do that. They're not going to put a Jagba in there with Tyson Fury. No way. Hell no. He's nowhere near ready. He get absolutely destroyed. He's so crude. FA at Jag, but it's not even funny. You know, he's so goddamn crude. Well, he's way too crude. I can't see that happening. They won't put him in there with a Jag, but that ain't going to happen. No way is that going to happen. No way is that going to happen. What is people's predictions for this weekend, actually, for Loma and Teo? I think I asked that in my last card, but it'd be interesting to see what you guys think. Loma versus Teo, what your thoughts are, who you're predicting. What's this question say? Fury versus White. Fury would win that fight. He'd have a field day with Dylan White. Dylan White too slow of foot. He'd have a tough time. Don't get me wrong. Dylan White be game. He probably stopped Dylan White though. I'd say Dylan White's chin is going to be even worse after that knockout by Povetkin. And at least he ain't fighting. Look, to be honest with you, mate, I don't want to see a Jagba versus Fury because he's not ready, but I would definitely, if there was an option, a Jagba or Brown, okay, take a Jagba. At least a Jagba has no miles on the clock. Brown is washed up beyond belief. I think he's had battles with depression. He's been in and out of shape. He's been all over the place, man. That's just such a no. You couldn't do that. No. It's like I was saying in that video yesterday. There's no way you could have done that fight. There's no way. You know? So hopefully, who knows? God only knows. Things change. They definitely do. But you couldn't have put that fight on. There's not a hope in hell. And even if you done it for non-title, you couldn't put that fight on. It's just too much of a mismatch. You know? So, nah, man. And the worst part is, if they actually did that fight, chances are it'd be on pay-per-view. I mean, I wouldn't pay for that. Would any of you pay for that? I don't want to see. I wouldn't pay for that. Bullshit. Lucas Brown wants all the smoke. He wants the payday, lad. That's what he wants. He doesn't want the smoke. He wants the payday. He wants the payday as opposed to the smoke. As Lucas Brown, just at this stage, like I said, he's beyond washed up. Look at his fight against Sakalowski. Sakalowski, I think he's got 14 losses at this stage, so he's a journeyman. Well, he is a journeyman. He's a journeyman with a bit of skill. Go back and watch that fight. He was down. He lost every single goddamn round. He had the Dave Allen fight 3 weeks later, hence the reason why he didn't get the decision, but he lost the goddamn fight. In my opinion, he lost every flipping round against Sakalowski. You know? As I said, at least he ain't fighting Lucas Brown. And Maxine Hughes had another good win last weekend. Might get big. Yeah. Him versus Tennyson, man. That's actually a good shout. Tennyson's not MTK managed, but him versus Tennyson be a real good fight. You know, he beat John O'Carroll, and I was kind of like, right, Jono's not that good, you know. He's been flattered by a game performance against Tevin Farmer. Tevin Farmer ain't a world beater, right? He ain't. And he had a win over a shot to pieces Scott Quigg. Like, he was beyond shot. That Scott Quigg was shot beyond belief. So he had two good performances, but what? What? He goes in there with Maxi Hughes, he looks terrible. And I was like, okay, Jono was not, I knew he wasn't that good anyway. So I was like, all right, he lost. And then they put him in there with this undefeated guy who I'd never seen. And I made the assumption of waiting until the first bell before deciding, okay, who am I going to pick? The minute I saw that guy fight in the first round, I was like, I'm actually Hughes going to win this fight. That guy is atrocious, on the MTK card. So he's doing well. He's with Sean O'Hagan, who is the same trainer as Josh Warrington. And Sean O'Hagan is a fighter. Me and Mark were only talking about this the other night. He's a he's a trainer who doesn't get the credit he deserves. He's a very good trainer, lads. Sean O'Hagan, he's rough. You can tell he's a rough guy, but he's a very good trainer, understands boxing. And look at the work he's done with some of his fighters. Very, very, very good trainer, very unsung trainer. His praises aren't sung a lot, but he is a very good trainer. Peeps, I'm literally going to give me 2 seconds. I just want to switch the fire off in here because it's fucking warm. Yeah, apologies about that, peeps. It was getting hot in here. I just wanted to knock the fire off. Oh, wow. What's that say? Bring back Bermain Stavern. Him versus Lucas Brown, actually. That would be a fun little fight. Both guys shot to pieces. Both guys have nothing left. I mean, I wonder how that would go. Two grossly overweight. One's a former champion. The other is a former regular champion. But that would be a fun little shout. Hashtag Stavern versus Brown. And we see who wins the battle of the overweight former champions. Let's see how that goes. That'd be such a tragic. That'd be like two old dads, right? Who are, their sons are fucking beefing and they end up getting into a beef. That'd be like what it'd be, two old middle-aged men just having a swinging match. That's literally what it'd be like. British Boxing Board order Tennyson versus Walsh, Ryan Walsh. Tennyson's a good, he's improved. He's still absolutely defensively horrific. He gets hit an awful lot in his defense, but he can punch as well. He's a good puncher. So Tennyson would be fun. Him versus Maxi Hughes, that'd be a good fight, man. That's a shout. So be interesting enough. I'm looking at this White Povetkin card, lads, right? They've only 3 fights announced. Conor Benn, that's a 10-rounder as well. Interesting. I actually was thinking if that's 12-rounder, then I'd even more heavily favor Sebastian Formella because Ben he's been 10 rounds, but he's never been 12. So it's only a 10-rounder. Okay. 16. Jesus, man. That could be a real banana skin for Conor Benn. Real banana skin for Conor Benn. Povetkin White, and then obviously Babbage versus Tom Little. More than likely Tom Little versus Babbage. Jesus. I don't want to see it. At least Tom Little's a real heavyweight, but Jesus, he's gonna. Tom Little's seen better days. Seen much better days. Why is Lucas Brown rated on this side of the pond? I've no idea, man. I think, if you watch his fight with Shigaev, right, it was entertaining. If you haven't seen that fight, go and watch it. I've been the car back in for a bit. It was an entertaining fight. So when he fought Shigaev, it was a good fight. It was a come from behind victory. But I think maybe that's why. Maybe they felt bad on him because of the whole, failed drugs test with the Shigaev fight, with the circumstances that happened. The fight being in Chechnya with the president of Chechnya there. And then all of a sudden, and he wanted Nevada testing, which is ridiculous. Only Jarrell Miller would be that stupid to do something like that. And Jarrell Miller would do something like that because he is that flipping stupid. So maybe they feel bad for him on that. I honestly don't know. I really don't know. When he was fighting Dylan White, a few people were saying he could be, an upsetter, but I was like, nah, man. Brown is, he ain't going to upset nobody, I couldn't tell you, man. Honestly, I genuinely couldn't tell you. I remember when Brown, back about 5 years ago, when Wilder just won the WBC title, he was constantly calling out Wilder. Geez, he would have got lit up. Hunter should get the fight, but he won't. You see, Hunter would be the one I would say deserves it the most, but Hunter is a good fighter. Like that could end badly. Like that could be a banana skin for Tyson Fury. Seriously, people. Seriously could. You talk about a very quick, Michael was really a cruiserweight, but very quick heavyweight, moves well, fast hands, good boxer, has decent power. As I said in one of my other videos, Steve Cunningham, a former cruiserweight, dropped Tyson Fury with an overhand right. Steve Cunningham was never a big puncher, even a cruiserweight. Michael Hunter can punch, and he's a lot more heavy-handed than, say, Alexander Usyk. Definitely. You can just tell by the way he throws his shots and he puts his shots together. He's a lot more heavy-handed than Usyk. So what else do we have here? Yeah, and I think someone said it there, where they say it. Hunter is high risk and he's not. Yeah, exactly. So, like, if he wins, well, obviously, if he won, if he got the fight and say for he won, which strange things have happened. Top Rank probably sign him up. But I'd sign him up, give him a rematch, and do X, Y, and Z. So he doesn't have a major promoter, which is sad. That Eddie Hearn still has Huey. Oh fuck me! They'll put Huey Fury on that fucking White Paveckin card. Wait and you see, Dan. They'll put him. They'll put flipping Huey Fury in there against someone. Because I'm telling you now, there's just 3 slots. So we'll say they'll put 6 fights on, for argument, like 6, 7 fights on. They'll put Huey Fury in there against someone. And then maybe I won't buy it. Because if they put Huey off, fuck that. Seriously, fuck that. I hope to God they don't do that. I really hope they don't do that. Fury should fight Frez again. He's only just dropped out of WBC rankings. Listen to it, right? 6 years it's been since he fought, and they've only just taken him out of the rankings. 6 fucking years since he fought Shigayev, and they've only just taken him out of the rankings. Jesus, people. I mean, if anyone ever thought the WBC or WBA were just absurd, I mean, that 6 flipping years you're ranking a guy when he's not fought in 6 years. Jesus Christ. Tennyson Walsh would be a good fight. Yeah, it would actually. I wouldn't mind seeing that. I think Tennyson's targeting our world level now again at lightweight anyway. They're all sharks at lightweight, so I don't see how good that's going to go. Give him a Yvonne Mendy or someone that he'd lose that. Jordan Gill versus Reese was... Oh, I thought you meant Reese Bellotti. Was our Jordan Gill. Yeah, a big up Dave Colwell, by the way. Dave Colwell's a good trainer and he's a stand-up guy, but I've never rated that Jordan Gill fella. Never seen much in him. Lucas Brown should not be rated anywhere. Yeah, too right. You're losing to Sakalowski. He didn't officially lose. He lost. He fucking lost. Right? Watch the fight. He lost. And then you're getting knocked out by Dave Allen. I mean, that is just tragic. That is just tragic. Dave Allen versus Christian Hammer. Fuck me. Oh, man. Dave Allen versus Christian Hammer. Fuck. Do you think Otto Wallen's underrated? I think he's a decent fighter. I would give him a good chance over the likes of... Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, he's better than... Oh, he beat Brazil. He'd smash Brazil. He'd cut Brazil probably because he's a slashing puncher, Otto Wallen. He's a real slashing puncher, not really a tudding puncher. Charles Martin's improved though, guys. He has, this Charles Martin is a better Charles Martin than the Charles Martin who fought AJ. He is. He's game. He's got a bit more hunger. He's got a bit more heart. He's definitely a better Charles Martin than the Charles Martin who fought AJ. That I have no doubts about. We got a better Charles Martin here. But do I think he beat Wallen? I probably... would I give it to... I'd probably give it to Wallen on points, but Martin began. He began. You wouldn't be surprised if Warren Wood Brown over as Nathan Gorman's next opponent. Yeah, they were talking about that, but Jesus Christ, like, I'd rather look. Latte is better than Lucas Brown at this stage, but Lucas Brown would be a name for Nathan Gorman, would help him on his comeback trail. But Lucas Brown really shouldn't be fighting anybody. He shouldn't be fighting any prospect. He's an area level fighter at this stage. Like I said, you're losing to Sakalowski, not officially. You're getting knocked out by Dave Allen. Who would they pick Gorman or would they pick Allen? They probably pick Gorman. So Lucas Brown is the level below that. But I see why they're doing it. It's a name. They market look, he's had a WBA regular title for what it's worth. They market him as a former heavyweight champion. That's the best. That's what they do it. They're like, oh, our prospect has a win over a former heavyweight champion, for what it's worth. Trevor Bryan is 20 now. Imagine they put him in there with Fury. He's not fought in like 3 years, hasn't he now? When's the last time Trevor Bryan fought? I'll just pop this out because one sec there, peeps. Trevor Bryan, when's the last time he fought? Because he is a Don King fighter, believe it or not. He is a Don King fighter. 20 and 0. When's the last time he fought? 28. I knew it. And he's in his 30s. Yeah. August 2018 against BJ Flores. That's the last time that Trevor Bryan fought. And because, he's a Don King fighter. So obviously he's not exactly the sharpest tool in the box right off the bat if you sign a promotional deal with Don King. Ask Vanis Martirosyan what signing the promotional deal with Don King does, in these times. And he'll cry a river. So but they put him in there. They might seriously. His last fight was against BJ Flores, a cruiserweight 2 years ago. Sorry, not 3 years ago, 2 years ago. Nearly 2 years ago, actually, to be fair. Oh, it was November, but still. Don't put him in there with Trevor Bryan. Bryan is just, nah, man. Seriously. No. Jesus, I am missing a shit lot. Oh, we got Nick Hamer in the chat. Shout out to you, man. Shout out every single time. Smash the like button on the way in. You big up. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that every single time. And yes, big up G-Man on the chat, man. Yes, we are loving it. Smash the like button. How long are we going? We're going for 54 minutes. Let's do an hour and a half. Let's do a long one. Because I done a short one on Sunday. And I could have done a longer one. We'll do a long one this time, right? We're going to keep the questions going. I just can't stop fucking thinking about that fucking question that John Wayne guy asked me. Like, shout out to him because he's obviously a long-time subscriber. But fuck, man. I wasn't. And the worst thing is, I wouldn't have even put it up on screen if I'd read it before I fucking clicked on it. The minute I flipping clicked on it was when I read it, and I was like, ah, shit. I know Mark loved that. He fucking loved that. Joe Cordina, oh man, that'd be a great fight. You asked me, Dan, earlier, I missed that. What happened to Martin J. Ward? Yeah, he went south after he lost to Tennyson. He's not really done much. He labored to a decision over in Italy. Who the fuck has he fought since then, actually, now I think about it? He's fought fuck all. He's fought fuck all since then, actually. Let's see. Martin Joseph Ward. Yeah, I'll keep the camera on. Fuck it. There we go. Martin J. Ward, 24. Oh, no, that's a different Martin Ward. Let's see. There we go. Martin J. Ward. Who was he fought? I remember they were bigging him up. Yeah, he had the split decision win over Devises. Oh, I can't pronounce that guy's name. Bashiro. I think that's how you pronounce it, so I think I got it there. Yeah, he's been laboring to decisions and he's been doing really nothing. He fought in February this year. Him and Cordina. Cordina is a shout, man. He is a seriously good prospect. Seriously good prospect. So I wouldn't mind seeing that, man. That's a good shout, actually, man. Very good shout. You favor Hunter over Rivas? Oh, I would. I'd pick. There's a good few heavyweights I'd pick Hunter over. It's a good few I'd pick him over, man. Seriously. Hunter's a good shout, man. It's the fact that he's small. And look, you look at Usyk, and Usyk was just a cruiserweight, just beat everyone, including Hunter. So people kind of think like maybe Hunter's not this, he's not that, man. Before the Povetkin fight, right, I would have picked Hunter over Dylan White. I think stylistically he would have been all wrong. I think he would have had a field day with Dylan White. That was too small, or too slow of foot, too slow of hand, everything. Big Dan, they both trained out at the same gym. Oh, is that Martin Ward and Joe Cordina? Oh, you never see stablemates fight. That's one of the reasons why we didn't see Lara fight the Charlos when they were all at 154, because I know Jamal, I think he still is, he might be, but they were all trained by Ronnie Shields at one stage, so that's one of the reasons why we didn't see that, because they were all stablemates. Love to see Fury versus Rivas. Yeah, it's a good fight, man. Very good fight. That pay-per-view, no problem. I'll pay for that. It's a good fight. It's a good fight. Hunter really deserves it, though. You take, yeah, exactly. So would I. Hunter does deserve a world. He deserves it. If they're picking anyone out of the top 10 or top 15, give it to Michael Hunter. But he's too big a risk. So that's the problem with Michael Hunter. He's in that who needs a category because he's not a big enough name to get a major promoter, to sign with a major promoter. He's not putting butts in seats, but he's good. He's dangerous. Like look at him versus Povetkin, and look what happened to Dylan White. You know, he's a good fighter, but he's a real who needs you, because if you lose to him, it's like, what the fuck? And if you beat him, you're like, oh, you beat a cruiserweight, basically. You beat Michael Hunter, a small cruiserweight, so a small heavyweight and a big cruiserweight, I should say. WBA, it is WBA ranking. Yes, yeah, I got that mixed up, but should be fucking ranked anyway. Jesus, 6 years, lads, since he last fought. 6 goddamn years since he last fought. And peeps, 26 in the chat. If you haven't already, smash the like button. Helps us out, lads. Really does. Smashing the like button helps it out immense. It really, really does. Oh, yes. I missed a few of the chats. I want to big this man up. Shout out to D. Every day, man. Big up, D. Speaker Mind Sport Talk. I didn't comment on it, but I was listening to your live stream today and work, man. I'm working from home today. Man, you got me through the hump. As always, you pick the best times to go live, because you're always doing it right when I'm in the middle of work near the end of the day. So I always am like, when I see you come up, and I get notifications. I know YouTube's been a bit of a you know what, but I get your notifications, no problem. And yeah, when I seen that come up, I was like, yeah, D getting me through my work day. So big up to you every time. Speaker Mind Sports Talk. Lads, if you haven't already, go and give D a shout. Go over and subscribe, man. His live streams are the best. I love listening to his live streams. Him and Mark, all the guys, man, they're something else. They're good guys. But big up every time to D, every single time. I've got Graham Coleman in the chat, man. Shout out to you, man. Shout out from Berlin, man. I'm happy you're locking in. Happy you're locking in. I know Hatman's not doing a live stream today, so I said, right, I'll do it then instead. You know, we'll get one of us to do it. You know, but this is just boxing. Hatman has the other stuff. But Graham Coleman, shout out every time, man. Shout out every time. And Jesus, I missed the. Oh man, I missed a load of. I missed a load of things. Fucking batters him. Oh yeah, that's Martin. Would batter Martin? Don't know about that, lads. Don't know about that. Don't know about that. Shit, where we are. Fucking hell, man. I missed a load. Wilder, yeah, oh, I seen, yeah, man, just. Do you know what, right? Oh, man, yeah. That's one of the reasons why Wilder is the way he is. Seriously, I just. Oh, man. What's up, D? I got to big you up every time. And I got to big you up with the hashtag G-Man's Rocks. Hashtag G-Man's Rocks. I'm still laughing over, yeah, D Jefferson, shout out over in Ohio. It is Cleveland, Ohio is where you're from, isn't it? Who would you like to see Alpha Barrett fight next? Oh, man. Who would like to see Alpha Barrett fight next? Jesus. Not sure. That Donovan fight was good, man. That was fun. I have to get back to you on that, man. I'm not sure who I'd like to see him fight next. Maybe. Think about that, man. Zelva Barrett, I've never really rated the guy. I mean, like when he was with Frank Warren, they could have had him. Oh no, they did fight actually. He fought a couple of guys with Frank Warren. Maybe if they could get the Ronnie Clark rematch, maybe. Although I don't think he's fighting anymore because he had money issues even before. You know what? You always believe Cordina. He's one of those prospects, Dan. He doesn't get enough shouts. Like they pick up Josh Kelly, they pick up Bawatsi, they pick up Akali, but you've got Cordina there who was just doing his thing. He's looking good, but he just didn't get bigged up enough. You know, I don't know why. He's a good fighter, a very good fighter, man. I love watching Joe Cordina. Columbus, Ohio. I don't know why I thought Cleveland. I knew it was Ohio, but I was like, is it Cleveland or Columbus? So it's Columbus. Thanks for that, man. Yeah, that's a good fight, actually. Zelfa Barrett versus Archie Sharp. That's a throw, actually. That's a good shout, man. When they were both with fish eyes, they could have done that, but I thought Zach Chelly was still with fish eyes, but yeah, he fought on the matchroom card in the last one. And Mark thinks Akali is actually going to be the most successful. A cruiser, definitely. He's going to get lit up at heavyweight, Mark. I can't see him having any success at heavyweight. You know? Guy was getting battered in the amateurs by guys like Erislandy Savon. Erislandy Savon's a great fighter, don't get me wrong. He's getting knocked out and around by that guy. I reckon the minute he moves to heavyweight, he's going to get ragdolled. Oh, he's going to lose so many advantages. Yes, I know. He beat Talali Mabengi. Talani Mabengi, a good boxer from South Africa. I haven't seen it, but that was one of the names on the box rec that I was looking at straight away. Lara and Jamal are with Shields. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why we never saw them fight when they were at that weight. What do you think of Conor Benn versus Sparrow? I touched on this already, but I'll no problem speaking about it again. We'll be interested to see how Conor close to the man, whether this with Sean Porter. Yeah, I think, man, I'm putting money on. There is money to be made on this fight. Sebastian Formella for my money. Whatever, if his odds are any way good, slap some money on him. Because this is Chris Jenkins would have been an appropriate step up for Conor Benn. That's an appropriate step up for Conor Benn. This is a big step up. Like, this guy is definitely European, certainly. You know, maybe fringe world level. I know when he fought Porter, he lost every round. But Sean Porter is a good fighter, man. Very good fighter. What's up? You're driving, so you can't chat. No worries, D. No worries. Anytime, man. Anytime. Driving, you can't chat, but glad to have you in the chat, man. I listen to you when I drive as well sometimes as well. Leave the chat going. Hunter Usyk at heavyweight, still think it's going to be the same. Oh, yeah. No, I do. Although Hunter is improved. Hunter was quite inactive, though, I believe, before. I think he was out of the ring a year when he fought Usyk. Because that fight came about fairly quickly. Because Usyk was fighting. He fought Machunu, then he fought Hunter. I'm pretty sure Hunter was inactive. Like, he was out of the ring for a year at the time. He was out of the ring for about a year at the time when he fought. So, in hindsight, that was a good performance because there was some ring rust there, definitely. Light heavyweight golden contract finals are on December 2nd. Yeah, I seen that. I would never have thought that the two guys in the final would be the guys we get. Seriously. I actually thought Liam Conroy would do better than he did. And I actually thought we'd see a rematch between Ward and Conroy in the final. That was what I was thinking. But boy, was I proven wrong. Boy, I was proven wrong with that. Ben's the bookie's favourite, really. I was on Paddy and I couldn't find it. So I don't what is he? What's the odds mark on Formella? Because I'm putting money on that. That's a given. You put money on him. May get robbed on the card. That's my only worry. Yeah, that's always a worry. There's always a worry. But man, I've never rated Ben. Ever since I seen him, I was like, he's fighting the wrong weight. He's so raw. Like, he's had hardly any amateur fights. He's just so raw. And even now when I still see him, I still think you're just very raw. He's improving a bit, but oh no, I read that wrong. No, if I'm saying Ben is favorite, bet on for me. Yeah. Oh yeah. I bet on him anyway. Man, seriously, betting on him anyway. Curtis is good, but health problems. Oh yeah, I remember that fight. That was a good. I was looking forward to that fight, and I only looked at BoxRec the day before, and I was like, "Oh, Woodstock versus Curtis, that's gonna be a good fight." And then the next day it was gone. I was like to the lads, I was like, I think it was Dan who told me. I was like, "What the fuck? Where'd that fight go?" Big Akali fan, but I'm never watching one of his full fights. Yeah. Jab and grab, hold, snooze fest. That's what he does. That's what he does, man. That's what he does. But it's effective. If you can get away with it, you can get away with it. So leave him be. The car right now, listening to, you're actually out of the car right now. Man, I'm getting an idea of what these days like. Because it's probably, what, mid-afternoon in the States? It's what time is it? 10 past 9. 10 past 9 here. And we've been going for an hour. We're going for a little bit longer. Fuck this. We're going for a little bit longer. Super featherweights is good. Joe Cordina, Archie Sharp, Sam Bowers, Anthony Kurtz, Anthony Case. I got the name out there a second ago. These names just fuck me over. Martin J. Ward, Zelfa Barrett. That's actually who they'll probably do with Zelfa Barrett next. They'll probably try and get him in there with Martin J. Ward, because he's not been doing much lately. So they'll see how him and Zelfa go. 4 p.m. in NYC. Man, I'm getting you through the last hour of the day then. 4 in NYC. What's up, Bell Dog? It's 10 past 9 where I am. 10 past 9 a.m. Oh, Jesus, man. thought it was 9:10, man. Yeah, that's 9:10 here in Ireland, in Dublin. It's been a flipping windy ass day. You think he'll beat Glowacki? I do too. I think Glowacki's seen better days, man. Better days. You think Formella is going to get robbed in the cars? The question is really to what degree, how many rounds are they banking for Ben in advance? Ben could win legit. When he fought Paynow, I thought Paynow won the fight. They only gave him the first round, or they only gave him the rounds he got the knockdowns in. Remember that? That was bullshit. That was fucking bullshit. He won that fight, but you're the house fighter. What can you do? Really? Jack Cullen fight Jamie Cox? That's not bad. That's on the women's card. That's not a bad fight, actually. Jack Cullen versus Jamie Cox. Both are. I give it to Jamie Cox probably. Although Jamie Cox has a shocking defense, really bad. He's not fought in 2 years. I don't think he's fought since he lost to Ryder. Jack Cullen he takes punches for fun. That kid, he really does. Takes beatings for fun. John Doherty against Jack Arnfield. Oh yeah, John Doherty's looking good. Haven't seen Jack Arnfield in a while. So that'd be actually a good one. And yeah. Someone said it there. Yeah. He hasn't boxed in over 2 years. Yeah, that's what I thought. I knew because he got knocked out in two. Well, he was knocked out by Groves in the World Boxing Super Series. Then he was knocked out by Ryder on the Bellew Hay undercard, and that was it. He went quiet. And Jamie Cox he's a middleweight, really. Well, to be fair, Jack Cullen's going from middleweight as well, but that boy just eats shots. Seriously, that boy he just eats shots. That Jack Cullen lad really does. Hey, G man, good podcast. How do you think Spence will get on against? Brooke. You mean Garcia? I have to read that. How do you think Spence will get on against Brooke? You definitely mean Garcia. You think Spence is fully recovered? He spent a fair bit of time in intensive care. Yeah. Look, did you see the picture? For anyone who didn't see it, that Spence released of him in the hospital, man, he looked bad, like real bad. Like, I'm seriously struggling to believe that. I can't. Look at that crash, man. That's such a violent crash, man. Jesus, there's no way he didn't get some residual damage. I'm not buying that he only lost a few teeth and had a DUI. There's more damage there, definitely. There's definitely more damage there. Definitely more damage there than that. So I don't know. I think he's going to box on the back foot against Garcia. I think that's a 12-rounder. Garcia's got a decent enough chin. Garcia is not a good front foot fighter. That's one thing I've noticed about Garcia. He's a good counter puncher. He can box well on the back foot. But he's not good when he's having to go looking for a guy. He likes opponents to come at him. I think if Spence boxes, he should be able to let his boxing get him through this fight. I don't think he'll stop Garcia. Garcia's got a good chin. But if this is not a complete 100% Spence, and there's a good bit of vulnerability there, given the fact that the car accident, this, that, and the other, the inactivity, don't rule it out, lads. Don't rule out the upset. Would it be an upset? Probably would be, but don't rule it out, man. Don't rule it out. And let's not forget, Danny Garcia has only ever lost close fights. Now, personally, I felt like he lost both fights. I thought Keith Thurman beat him, and I thought Sean Porter beat him. But they were close. Danny Garcia is no slouch. No slouch. You'll find something. You'll find something to do while Akali fights Glowacki, and I'll watch the highlights after. That's what I did when Nagabu. Oh yeah, that's what he did when he fought Ndabu, or whoever was European. Yeah, no, it was Ndabu. Yeah, he is just yeah. He's not entertaining to watch. Chamberlain, no one was worse than when he fought Matty Askin. That was the worst. That was just shocking. Jesus, that was shocking. You thought Chelly got robbed against? Yeah, he did. He won the fight, clearly. And they gave it a draw. I don't know why, but I think I told a few people that I had a feeling a draw would be, that they get a draw, like that would be the result. But after it, it wasn't a draw. Chelly won, but that was his first fight with Matchroom. I don't even know if he signed the Matchroom. He was fighting with Fish Eyes before that, so I think that might have had something to do with it. You like Jack Cullen a lot. Doesn't matter how many times he wins, loses, draws. He wants to fight. That's how it should be. Yeah, oh yeah. No, definitely not. Like, he's game. He's the guy who won't back down from a fight. That's definitely true. Jack Cullen will just keep going. He'll keep swinging. He's a good domestic level fighter, but he's definitely flawed. Takes a lot of punches. We'll take 5 to give 1. What sort of way? He'll take 5 to give 1. That is Jack Cullen in a nutshell. But against Jamie Cox, it's interesting. I'd favour Jamie Cox to win, to be honest with you. I would. You want Makabu versus Glowacki, or Collie ASAP. You want Dorticus versus Makabu. Do you know what, right? As much as I criticise the guy, you got to admire the job Bellew did on Makabu. Other than the first round, and that was the last 10 seconds, he was winning that first round. When he went down, he really put a beating on Makabu. Makabu has improved since then, but he put a beating on Ilunga Makabu. The cruiserweight, even to their contenders, has some good contenders. Look at Tabiso Machunu. He schooled Denis Lebedev back at the start of this year. Schooled Denis Lebedev. And he's a decent contender. He beat Makabu. Although Makabu was, if you ever watch that fight, it's actually a fun fight to watch. Because the commentary were going mental when Makabu actually knocked out Machunu. Because Machunu was getting, he was lighting Makabu up, but and you go back and watch the 11th round, that's when Makabu stopped Machunu. He was finished. He had nothing left. He was just too tired. It's a good fight to watch. I seen that. I did see it. Yeah, I did see that. And I seen, literally, Bellew was Mr. Matchroom. Yeah, I seen that. Wasn't surprised. They're friends, though. They're friends. Usyk are not Usyk. They're friends, though. Bellew and Chisora. But look, Bellew is just such a matchroom guy that you put Anthony Joshua, in a fucking fight with Superman. Bellew be like, Superman might have a weakness, but Anthony Joshua will exploit. Anthony Joshua is physically stronger. He can do everything. He can fucking. That's what Bellew is like. Bellew is just such a cheerleader, and I don't like guys like that. Because Bellew is putting these guys on a pedestal and basically saying, these are better than me. He's basically saying they're better than me. Man, everyone has flaws. Don't put these guys on pedestals. Like, loads of people have flaws. I got flaws. Everyone has flaws. You're just bigging these guys up and acting like they've no flaws. Everyone does. Don't big yourself up, but Jesus, don't be bigging these guys up to the extent where you're more or less saying, do you know what? I'd let you shag my missus. I like you that much. Seriously, that's what Bellew was like. Probably would do that as well. Let AJ shag his missus. Big up, yes, big up every single time. Neural Ahmed. I get your name out there. Now, big up every time. 28 now in the chat. Happy days. If we could give the like button a smash, lads. Give the like button a smash. I don't ask for. I ask for a bit in these live streams, but we keep it going. We keep it going. I do like that one. Do you like that one as well? Yeah. That's what it's like, man. I just don't like that about Bellew. Like, he's just so pro. Oh, it's just not even funny. It's just not even funny. Sometimes I laugh at it because it is kind of. Sometimes he can be just so silly. But Bellew is a turncoat. Yeah, there you go. What did Bellew say? Bellew says White would give AJ trouble, but yeah, I did see that. AJ steamrollers White, but he doesn't steamroller Fury. I think Fury takes that on points, probably. I give it to Fury on points, probably. But yeah, I seen that. Look, do you know what the funny thing is, right? I reckon if Fury signed at Matchroom tomorrow, he'd be saying that, White would get bashed. But oh yeah, you see, speak of the devil. What was that? Speak of the devil. There he is. Yeah, we're just talking about you. Explain that comment there. Why do you think White gives AJ trouble but Fury has no chance? Explain that comment. I want to read the other comment now and say Bellew was biased. He really gets into his act. Yeah. AJ Shah. I'm just thinking of Amir Khan. Yeah, I remember that. If it was happening, he's like Amir Khan. Yeah, look what they're saying, Tony. You see? Look what they're saying. Bellew always. He loves AJ. Loves AJ. But he just wants to be. I think Bellew just wants to be left alone, peeps. He just wants to be left alone. Hate Bellew ever since he said suicide victims need to get it. Oh, he did. Did he actually say that? Oh, wait. White's left hook is a thing of beauty. I don't doubt that. Do you know what? I don't fucking doubt that. Just plug my phone in. I actually don't doubt that at all. I honestly don't doubt that. You know, that is something. Bellew said AJ would. Oh, yeah. How did that go? It's like Sarah Palin. How'd that work for you? Yeah, that's what she's like. Sarah Palin. How'd that work for you? Didn't go well. Didn't go well. Whereas I missed a few of these. Oh, yeah. Felix Cash is decent. I think you'd like to see him fight someone like Danny Dignam. Oh, I beat Danny Dignam. Felix Cash is a decent fighter. He is. I've always been kind of, well, he's European. I've always been a bit lukewarm with Felix Cash. It might not show him in the ring, but Spence is a person physically damaged from that car crash. Oh, man, you can't. It mightn't show up in the ring, yeah, but you can't have a crash like that and be like A-okay, like Mr. Happy. You know, there's going to be some damage there. Definitely. The only question for me is if Spence's chin, if chin is good, he wins. Yeah, he does, D. I think Spence wins if his chin's good. I think he'll be defensively sound. Garcia's at world level, he's never shown the best power, but he's definitely he can definitely hurt him. 100%. Where are we going? Oh yeah, oh Jesus. We missed a few here. What does Bellew have to say? Oh yeah, we seen that. Yeah. A left thing of beauty, let us shove it up. I almost love Bellew for it, yeah. Joshua clearly. Yeah, he had a breakdown in the AJ fight. Yeah. Clearly. He wasn't. I would have. Oh man, could you imagine? He wasn't commentating on that fight. Could you imagine the tears Bellew would be having? Tony Bellew. I want to actually get these questions. When you plan on opening your chat, you'd like to come and talk boxing with the fan, with something fan. It's all right. I do the odd panel. Sometimes I like during the week I like doing them solo, but the last weekend I done a not this weekend actually, the one before I had Mark Intangible, a few others on. So this Sunday I'll do Saturday or Sunday I'll do another live and we'll try and get a panel going. Because I know I don't do a panel enough. So next time I'm on, right, I'll get you. I'll see if a few of the guys want to come on because yeah, I don't do panels enough. And actually the night we done the panel, we had Intangible, Dan, I think you were on it. We had IBT, so we had a few on, so that was actually fun. That was fun. So I know I don't do it enough. I need to get you guys on because I've been on your channel, I've been on Mark's, but I haven't had many views on this channel. So we definitely got to do that, D. So this weekend, probably I'll get a panel on. Definitely. Toby, what's up, G-Man? And salute the chat. Big up every time, man. Big up every time. Happy you're in. Yeah. Big Hamer as well. Big up. You're not listening back this time. You're catching it live. Big up, Toby. Fucking laptop. It keeps opening like a different screen. You fucking lost it when you saw that slob do Joshua and you almost got in the ring. Do you remember the Price fight live when he fought Povetkin? And it was like proper live when Price buzzed Povetkin. You could hear Bellew screaming into the ring, like, and he was swearing and everything. It was funny as shit. Oh man, it was funny as shit. G-Man. Hashtag G-Man's rocks better be trending. I got one comment in this chat earlier, like very first, like 10 minutes, that it took me by surprise. It really flipping did. Jesus Christ, man. Leave Bellew alone. Just wants to get home to his wife and kids. Ah, like us all. Like us all. What we got? Nick Hamer, DJF, Lance Myers, unrivaled. Salute to all the guys. Graham Coleman, afraid you got to leave, G-Man. Big up, like and sub, boss man. Shout out every time. Big up, big up. And yeah, like when Hatman doesn't do the live streams, you got me to fill the void. That's the main thing, man. That's the main thing. Big up every time. Hope you enjoyed it. Shout out to him. You're in Berlin, man. So shout out to you over there, man. I've got people from New Zealand, Berlin, NY, Columbus, D, not Cleveland. Yeah, so this is a good chat. You know, we got people from all around in the chat today. You think Spence's chin is good? If Garcia catches him, sure, he could put him out, but I think Spence will keep it long. Yeah, that's what I think as well. He's going to fight like he did against Mikey. That's what I think he's going to do. Question is look, Danny Garcia is stronger than Mikey. He hits harder. So the advantage is that that was the Spence who fought Mikey, who wasn't in a fucking car accident. No, not accident. A car crash, because accident implies there's no one to blame. And we all know there was 100% someone to blame. Drink driving, for fuck's sake. The minute AJ, oh man. Yeah, he did actually. Do you remember that? He was like bigging up Tyson Fury non-stop the minute AJ lost. Like, again, he's like one of those, the guys, the guys in school, right? They're just annoying little fuckers where they're always trying to be like around the popular guys and stuff like that. And they're always bigging them up no matter what. As I said earlier in the chat, Bellew was sort of guy where if you're AJ or someone like that, or someone that he really likes, basically, it's like, you know what? Even though she's my wife, I'd let AJ bang her. Because let's face facts, he's better man than me in that Scouser kind of voice. That's what he'd be like. It's just so, oh man. I used to like Bellew as well. He's such a, as Nicholas says, he's such a yes man. I fucking hate that about guys who are like that. When they're just real, like, yes sir, you're so right. And you felt be like Harley Quinn. Here's the, yes, Mr. J. It is to laugh, huh, Mr. J? He's like that. You're so right, Mr. J. Knock knock pudding. That is literally what Bellew was like. He is like the male Harley Quinn. If anyone gets that reference. They won't give Danny favors against Spence. No, they won't. They won't. A brown nose. Oh, yeah. Oh, let's go, champ. Look what he says. Dave Allen 8.0. He's like a shit Terminator, always coming back. Dave Allen 8.0. I consider Lucas Brown lost to Dave Allen 7.0, so that's even worse. That's not a good thing. The minute AJ lost, Bellew said AJ's going to win the rematch by jabbing. Yeah, to be fair, he did say that. I said that as well. A few people said that. That's what he needed to do. That's how he was going to win. It's not a complex. It's not exactly hard to work out how to beat Andy Ruiz. Would you mind if you kept? Would you mind if they kept up the YouTube boxing? Oh, I thought you were asking about me. If they kept up the YouTube boxing as long as they in the undercard, that's hitting the miss. Like, I mean, I look back at the Demetrius Andre Luke Keeler card. Big up to Luke Keeler. Shout out every time. Big up to that guy. Never met the guy, but big up to him. Big up to him. It's like you saw that Jake Paul, was it Jake Paul or against some other guy, and he flipping, they done like a million something views, and that was on the undercard. Main event on the repeat didn't do even a couple of thousand. Well, it did a couple of thousand anyway. So people are interested in it. If it gets fans involved, what harm? What's the harm? If it does, like the KSI Logan Paul fight was actually a bit of a laugh. It was a bit fun, but if it gets new people involved, I can't really argue with it. But as long as it's not on the main event, I think that's the main thing. As long as it's not a main event. Harley Quinn, priceless. Yeah, yeah. It is to laugh, huh, Mr. J? Cheer up, pudding. Harley Quinn Suicide Squad. I watched the animated series. I watched the original Harley Quinn. She was fun. I have seen Suicide Squad, but I like the old Harley Quinn. What up, Bat Brain? So she's like, they done the voice perfect. It's like iOS software, nothing changes. Yeah, they get worse. That's what iOS softwares do. Literally, that is what iOS softwares do. They make the fucking phone worse. iOS softwares. I remember a couple of years ago, right? I physically had to update my iPhone. And I updated the software on, and it was like the latest update. Just make sure my phone's back on because it was dead. I updated the iOS, and I mean, my phone was just, it wasn't even funny what happened. My phone went from, and iPhones are known for not having great batteries, but the minute I hit update, or the update finished, the phone went from being able to have a full battery for like 6 hours a day to about 3 hours a day. Oh man, big up, Niall. What's up, man? G Wizzle. G Wizzle is back, man. Long time, man. Yeah, what's up with you, man? Any fights coming up? Any fights? Let me know. Let me know, man. Big up, man. Miss seeing you guys. You see, man. Improved G-Man. G-Man's weighing about 81 kg now, but he ain't fat at all. He's looking well. Big up to Niall O'Connor every single time, man. Man, miss you guys. Harley Quinn, Bird of Prey is no good. I never seen that. I just seen the old ones, the old Harley Quinns. They were fun. With her and Mark Hamill as the Joker. They were funny. I was funny. I can't do the voice, obviously, but I actually have a Harley Quinn little funk pop toy coming. And I've got obviously Batman and the Joker in my bedroom, which I showed a snippet of it in my last live stream, but obviously you can't see that. But yeah, man, that was funny. That was funny. It is to laugh, huh, Mr. J? Well, it's okay, Puddin'. Big Boys Boxing, shout out, hashtag G-Man's Rocks every single time. Man, we got that trending in this. We got that trending in this live stream. Hope you're keeping well, bro. Nothing planned yet. But yeah, I seen that you called him out, man. You beat him. Man, he's fucking muck. He's muck. You beat him, no problem. He struggled with Keane Baker. You beat him, no problem. Man, we got to get you back in the ring. I'm dying to see you fight live. And listen, right? Whenever you get fight live, I don't give a shit. I'll still go. If there's fans. If they let us in. But if you're fighting in Dublin or if you're fighting abroad or wherever, man, give me a shout. Get me tickets. I will 100% go. Anytime. Big Dan's even bigging you up. And this is not Dan from the gym, by the way. This is a different Dan. But go on, lad. You'll have... Man, you will flatten that motherfucker. You will flatten him. He's no use, man. Couple of left hooks. I remember those left hooks you hit me with. And that you were even taking it easy, man. Those left hooks were fucking... They weren't fun. They shook my whole body up. And you weren't even trying to hit hard. So, man, you knocking that motherfucker clean out. You're knocking that motherfucker. He's useless anyway, man. Don't fucking worry about him. We'll call him out and see what happens. Are you going to watch Papachenko documentary? What do you think of Lopez breaking down during the interview? I didn't see that. I'll have to watch that. And Papachenko, Alatoni Lomachenko, is that who it's about? I have to have a look at that, man. I'll have to have a good look at that. I'm looking forward to this. Who do you have this weekend, Niall? Actually, I want to get your, because I haven't talked to you about this yet. Obviously, people know I'm going with Loma on points. I think Teofimo needs to get rid of him in the first 6 rounds. The minute Lomachenko warms into this, he is going to light Teofimo's body up. Because that Japanese fighter he fought, can't remember the guy's name. He was having success to the body with Teofimo when he fought back last July, I think it was. Nice one, lads. Be good exposure and experience for me. Lopez, yeah. Well, I'm going for Loma. But was it you? You actually thought he lost? I remember you telling me you thought he lost that fight to that Japanese guy. You remember that? I think was it you? You said actually, oh, you want Lopez to win? You love an underdog. Was it you? I'm nearly sure it was you in the gym one day. Told me you thought he lost that fight. It was competitive. Don't get me wrong. It was competitive. Way better than the scorecards had it. Yeah, Loma by you there, late stoppage. You got Natanki. Well, no, anyone actually, because I forgot to tell you now, I actually should have said it to you yesterday. Your boy was on TalkSport radio yesterday with Ade, and it was unreal, man. That was a hell of an experience. They had me, they introduced me, by my full name, obviously, and they called me, what was it they said? They said I'm a broadcaster and journalist and the host of G-Man Boxing. I was like, what? I listened back to it. It's crazy. Yeah, so that was my first real proper broadcasting kind of little gig. It was only like 10 minutes, but it was fucking amazing. Like on TalkSport, like live at 3:30. And like I was working from home. So I was telling everyone, I'm just taking my break now. And I was like, grand, laptop down onto Skype and doing a Skype chat over on TalkSport. That was amazing. That was fucking amazing. Big Dan is Lomachenko, but honestly, you can see Loma landing a huge right hand. Man. Or Lopez landed a huge right hand early on. Man. I reckon he could, but I think Loma is he's wily. I think he'll be all right. He might now. Teofimo hits hard enough to stop and drop Loma 100%. But if Loma's not switched on like straight away, yeah, man, it's gonna be bad, man. That's deadly, bro. Did you get any new followers on from this? Hard to tell, man, because the channel's growing so much lately. That's hard to tell if I got any new followers from that or whatever, because like I'm getting like 10, 15 subs a day. Like considering, right, the bank holiday weekend in August, I had something like just over 2,000, and now I have like 2,540. So it's hard to tell these days where the subs are coming from. They're coming. That's the main thing. Nick Hammer, man, shout out 10 quid, man. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate all the support you guys are giving me, man. Thank you so much for the super chat. Do you know what, man? Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. I love getting something. I don't ask for it, but I love it when I see it come up because it's like, Jesus, get a little bit of support on here. It's great, man. I fucking love it. I love it, man. It's great. So much good stuff. Watching Lomachenko is fucking beauty, ain't it? Oh, man, he is. And D, big up to D. Respect, brother. You're a great dude, man. Big up to you too, D. It's all good guys in here. All good guys. 100% keep up the good work, man. Yeah. And man, I tell you, man, I miss seeing you guys. Honestly, I do. You know, to be fair though, man, honest to God, like regardless, I wouldn't have. I think me and actually boxing is that's done. That was done long before. Like I haven't been back. The first time me and you saw each other after lockdown was the last time I was in the gym. I think that area is gone, but that doesn't mean I can't see you guys. You know, whenever. So we big you up again. I look, yeah. If you fight that fucking guy, what was the guy's name again? Akwin or something like that. Yeah, you're beating the shit out of him. He was useless. Keane Baker, for fuck's sake of all people, causing that guy issues. D agrees. You give Lopez 7 or 8 rounds. Nikita hits really hard, is fast, and has a good beard. Yeah, he did. He had a very good beard. He can box really well, but many people not. Yeah, like he was really unknown. And a lot of those Japanese guys are real tough. Real tough. D Jefferson, all love. Every time. Every time. Tio will be dangerous for the first 4 to 6 rounds. Remember that he's only, yeah, that's the only time he's ever gone 12. It's the only guy he's ever gone 12 rounds with. And yeah, man. I can't wait for this fight. Legend, bro. Stay in touch. Got to get up early for work. Yeah. See, that's another reason why I big you up. A full-time electrician and a full-time boxer. Man, you're always up like super early in the morning. I remember you sending me the Snapchats last year. You getting the porridge every morning, Dunleary. Looked fucking amazing. I used to be fucking snapping when I used to see you with that. That porridge looked fucking amazing. We got boxing sauce in the chat. Safe, bro. We got. I'll read that now in a sec. Just tune in. A big up to Niall O'Connor, by the way. 5-0, 4 KOs. I remember that. One of Ireland's. Even Spike said it in that interview that you're the top prospect in Ireland. You see, Victor Rabbi fought the weekend. You ducked him, didn't you? Porridge in a flat white. Yeah. No, you didn't duck him. No, he moved up in weight. Yeah. You didn't duck Victor Rabbi. What was it? He knows what it's about. He knows what it's about. We got Darren in the chat now. Big up, G-Man. Anytime. What? Oh, man, that's going to be early in the morning. That's going to be about 4 a.m. Definitely. Every time, man. Every time. That's going to be about 4 a.m., I reckon. Everyone big and Niall O'Connor up in the chat. Ireland's best prospect at super feather or lightweight. Super feather or lightweight. I'm not sure which one you're staying at, man. Lightweight, I think, suits you. I think Pascal said you even hit harder that way. A big up, man, Darren, every single time. But people, yeah, bigging up Niall O'Connor in the chat. 4 or 5. Yeah, I reckon about 4 in the morning. 4 in the morning. It's on. Yeah, it's in the bubble, in the MGM bubble. So I reckon about 4 or 5. So look, I said whenever there's fights on and they're on the west coast of America, because the east coast is a bit different. I much prefer them on the east coast. I just stay up for the east coast fights. So if it's on in the east coast, I don't even go to bed because I know it's going to be over by about 3 o'clock anyway. So I don't mind staying up. But the west coast, I always by default just set it for kind of 4, half 4, because it's normally a good time to get it done. It's normally a good time to get it done. So that's my thoughts on that. What time it'll be on at. What do I think of Javelot, man? I haven't actually heard of that guy or seen him fight. So if you want to pop him in the chat, I'll look him up on BoxRec now, D. If you want to give me his name, or I'll actually just give me a sec there. Javelot. I'll give him a look, D, because I haven't heard of him. Because there's some good up and coming fighters that not really been seeing much of lately. So let's have a look, see. What's the guy's? I'm assuming he's not long going. Yeah, you're gonna have to elaborate the name, man. And we got more bigs ups to Niall. Yeah. See, man, I'm giving you exposure, Niall. If you're still in, if you're still not gone to bed yet, Everyone bigging up Niall O'Connor. Big up Niall O'Connor, lads. 5-0, 4 KOs. Good prospect from Ireland. Just needs to get some fights. Let's get him some fights. Hopefully. Looks good. Let's get a look in. I have look him up here on BoxRec. We got a couple of amateurs. Oh, I see. Yeah, have him here. 6-0, 6 KOs. He is a 6'7" southpaw heavyweight. I can't say I've seen him, but looking at his resume, there's not really any names I recognize there, but I'll definitely have a look at him. He's not fought though since last year, though, it's saying here. Yeah, that's the guy. He's not fought since April last year. He definitely looks mean. That's the best way to describe this guy. He looks mean. Who's he fighting on? Whose cards is he fighting on? He's fighting with Lou DiBella. Okay. Lou DiBella just finds these guys, doesn't he? He really does. Lou DiBella just finds these guys. Who do we have here? Lopez versus Loma. Ortagi versus Korean Zombie. Fucking hell. On the same night, it's going to be great. Hashtag G-Man's Rocks. Yes. Hashtag G-Man's Rocks. Man, I'm going to give this guy a look. He needs to sharpen up the jab a bit. He'd gone back to the amateurs. Oh, had he? Had he gone back to the... I don't understand why some lads do that. When was his last amateur fight? Oh, yeah. He only fought in March. Jesus, yeah. He is still in the amateurs. He only fought in March of this year in the amateurs. Obviously, he was trying to get to the Olympics, I'd say. Any names on there that I recognize? Yeah, lost to Joe Joyce. We lost to Joe Joyce 2016. Looks an interesting shout, this guy, lads. I'm going to have a look at this guy. Yeah, he's back in amateur and wants to go Tokyo 2021. Okay. Let's have a look-see. I love it if when after loads of people saying one of Lopez's right hands to put Lomachenko to sleep, as soon as it lands and Lomachenko's not arsed. Yeah, well, I'd say Loma's not got a bad chin or anything like that. Like, he's only been dropped by Linares. He dropped in the amateurs. I think in 2007 was the last time he was dropped. I forget the guy's name who dropped him. He's not showing a bad chin. But this is going to be the biggest puncher he's going to be in there with, amateur or pro. Maybe not amateur, but definitely pro. So, his straight left is great. Okay. I love that. The guy's name is like so hard to pronounce for me because that's one thing I need to fix the names. But he knocked out Dylan Cameron the weekend. Did you see that shot? It was like a jab / hook. Knocked the guy's spark out in one round after like 6 seconds. Makhmadov, I think is how you pronounce it. But he's looking dangerous too. He's a shout, man. Man, he is dangerous. That lad is a big puncher. Seriously big puncher. Seriously big puncher. How long have we been going for now? Hour and 40. Peeps, I'm probably going to call it quits here, right? Because I'm getting a bit tired and I'm probably going to call it quits here. We had a good time. You know, we had fun in this chat. So before I go, I always do this at the end, right? I want to big up Big Dan. Now, I pick up everyone in the chat, but these guys have channels, or these guys are up and coming and they need a bit of exposure. So big up Big Dan. Big Dan, you just started making videos, so I got to big you up, right? Every single time. And as D said, smash the like button, show G-Man some love. Exactly. And had a great time, mate. No, man, anytime. Let's get you to 100 subs as quick as you can. As quick as we can, let's get you to 100 subs. So big up to Mark Unrivaled every single time. Right? Want to give D big shout out. And, you know, always and literally, look who comes in at the last minute. Del, Blue Collar Sports, shout out. I was doing impressions of you earlier, by the way. It was good fun. Oh, we got to big you up because we're finishing up literally now anyway, but big up every time, Del. So big up Del, Blue Collar Sports TV, every single time. I didn't get a full chance to big D up, so big up to D, Speaker Mind Sports Talk. Great live streams, always on point with the live streams. Want to big up my mate Niall O'Connor. Good prospect here in Ireland, like I said, 5-0, 4 KOs. Mate, the minute you get in the ring next, let me know if you're still in the chat. And you know me, I'll definitely go and have a watch every single time. Want to shout out Nick Hamer for the super chat. Thank you again for that. Or Harmer, if I'm saying it wrong, apologies. Want to big you up for the super chat. Big boys every day. Again, another guy with a channel, does good work. I know Intangible was in here earlier, but I cannot seem to find his comment at all because it only lets me go back so far. So definitely big up to all you guys. is subbing now to Big Dan. Yeah, there you go, man. There you go. Big up to Dell. Everyone in the chat, man. Shout out to all you guys. I'm calling it quits here, all right? So peace, peeps. I'll probably get a video out tomorrow. And the good thing is, like I think I told everyone earlier in the chat, I'm working from home. Oh, yeah. And Mark knows. I'll big up this guy here. I'm going to write the comment down. Yeah. Start of this stream, someone left a fucking comment. And yeah. Big up to John Wayne for the comment earlier. If I'd read the fucking comment before I put it on screen, I never would have fucking read it. No offense. We had a laugh over that. Oh yeah, and before I go as well. There we go. Before I go, make sure that's trending. There you go. Hashtag G-Man's rocks. Peace, peeps, right? Good evening. We have fun. That was a hell of a chat. That was an hour and 40 minutes gone by real quick. So peace, peeps. I'm calling it here. I'll talk to you. Peace.